good? What's good on a winning Wednesday?
You know what we're doing. We're always winning on Wednesdays.
Live on the Facebook, live on the
YouTube.
Hey, here's a little win. I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna jump in.
Fucking Casey's done so much winning.
Sorry, Keith.
Get it out.
Sorry, Keith. Like, we're not even 30 seconds in. We got the first. Woo!
Fire in the
Miles
hole.
away.
Fire in the hole. It's gonna be that kind of Wednesday, folks.
It's gonna be a spicy week, man. So, at the neighborhood night out in the hood yesterday, and ran into a neighbor that I've known for years, and good guy, friend of mine, and a friend of everybody's, really. But he came up and was like, "Hey, I just want to let you guys know that I've been a fan of yours for the last 2 years. I tune in to every broadcast I can, especially when I'm in town. And I'm not a big thumbs up guy. I'm not a comment guy, but I love what you're putting out there. Keep it up."
What was this guy's name? Are we allowed to know his name?
Is it classified information?
It's classified information.
It's on. You'll tell us after the show.
I'll tell you.
And then I'll be a whistleblower.
I don't want to embarrass the guy.
I'll be a
Chuck
whistleblower.
Leblow,
What's up, Chuck? How you
It
doing?
was not Chuck. I can confirm.
Hey, well, that's
his name
freaking-
did not rhyme with Chuck.
That's
Leblow.
awesome.
That's a great. That's a team win.
Hey, I posted something on Facebook today, and if y'all haven't realized or noticed, which I'm sure you guys have, but I've been on a very consistent Facebook posting regiment, right? Just to kind of follow up with my business coach's advice, right? I had a dude text me today and was like, "You sound like you're like a fortune cookie, right?" Which is cool because, hey, that means that the people are seeing it organically. But I posted, "Hey, everybody, somebody's always watching, right? You never know, represent what winning looks like at all times because you never know whose life you can change.
Right.
Even the people that are in the background, the closet fans. So even to you guys, we appreciate you every week tuning in and following and liking and all that stuff. If you're getting anything from this, man, just let us know. Throw us a little thumbs up.
Yeah, or just tell us what your takeaways are. What are your wins? Put them in the comments. Let us know. It's so important to celebrate those little bitty victories. And just because it's like what you say is paychecks to the heart, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
right, Casey, and gratitude goes a long way. The gifts of reciprocity and all that other good jazz. So if you're out there winning on Wednesday, let us know about it so we can send you some praise, so we can give you some shout outs.
Absolutely.
Let's see. I had a really good win. I was actually asked. So this Friday, it's the Navy birthday, right? And so
Let's go, Navy.
Let's go, Navy.
Booyah.
I'm telling you what, the daggone Navy. If y'all ain't been out and saw some Navy ships, I'm telling you what, there are small cities out there. In the sea.
They're impressive.
They are very
there
impressive.
are some big ones, but there's also some tuna cans.
There are some very small ones.
I was on that tuna can.
And for those that were on there, we salute you.
Mm-hmm. The LPD, baby.
But when you're out in the middle of the Indian Ocean and you look as far left, right, forward, backwards, and it's nothing but Navy ships.
Yeah.
Somebody done booped up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
It just warms your heart. So y'all out there winning, Navy. It's the birthday, and we're actually dedicating this birthday to Navy corpsmen. And I was asked to speak and tell my story to a lot of veterans that I really admire and respect. And honestly, I've never been like butterflied speaking in front of people.
Yeah, you're good.
But I know the people that are going to be in the audience, right? And so it's just like, oh shit,
Time to level up.
yeah. And so that is a huge win for me, and I'm greatly honored to be able to share my experience with the corpsman. We're going to be honoring and mentioning the corpsman that lost his life on August the 20th. You know what I mean?
So Valhalla, brother.
And so it's almost 20 years to the day that all this. So it really holds near and dear to my heart, Jeff's heart. We're just, you know what I mean? So that's a huge win for even being asked to be able to share my story, my experience about the Navy and the freaking doggone corpsman.
Yeah.
Right on.
There's not a lot that humbles this man over here in regards to shuts him up. We'll just call it what it is. But I tell you one thing that I can feel that in you right now, and that's admirable. Who served, and it means a lot to guys like Doc, who's a Navy corpsman who saved Marines' lives. So Semper Fi to you, brother, for sure.
Oh yeah, but now let's get on to
what's up, winning on Wednesday.
Winning
Casey?
on Wednesday. KC said it.
It's my turn.
He had a shadow come out of we had a fan come out.
Okay, all right.
And unless you have some other wins, I know you just winning all the time. So
he's stacking them. Yeah.
He's just stacking them. They're just falling. Here's one.
Yeah. I mean, that there are a lot of wins, and there's a lot of tripwires.
There's
but
a lot of tripwires.
you know, hearing the fact that my man Mike Doc Rannigan is going to talk to a group of heroes about what it is the Navy corpsmen do day in and day out to keep Marines alive in combat. And, you know, we've had a lot of amazing corpsmen in this community. Herman Bill Nitzer, right? Right.
Oh, the Bill.
The Bill,
Bills.
right. On the airfield in Guadalcanal.
Yeah.
Right. That's some
That's
hardcore.
insane. Yeah,
like I got chills on the back of my neck just thinking about the time that I got to meet and talk to Herman. And God bless you, Herman. And you know, I'm honored that you're going to be able to honor your Navy corpsman at this event in front of that veteran service organization. That's a big win for this Patriot Business Alliance. Having a fan approach me, you know, there's other wins, there's business wins, and there's business tripwires. But just again, yeah, it's like Peter Pan's shadow. Hey, what's up, man? You guys are doing a great job. I love tuning in, getting a thumbs up.
It just goes to show you someone's always watching, man.
That's right.
Right. Like your post today. And, you know, it ain't bragging if it's true.
That's right. If the facts are there.
Right. It ain't bragging if it's true. I mean, closing deals, getting better every day, drilling, practicing, rehearsing with your team.
Yeah.
You know, leading by example and
representing what winning looks like
exactly
at all times.
You know, so a business win for me today. Internet went down at the office.
Oh, that was a funny conversation.
Yeah. I mean, it was very, very frustrating. And this isn't the first time it's happened. But I'm going to tell you what, my business win of the week is how my team rallied.
Yeah.
Right. A couple people went home so they could just keep plowing away. And we had a problem solver there. I'm going to give a shout out to Austin Quessenberry. So no phones, no internet. Within 20 minutes, we had 2 working phones. They were running them off their cell phone apps. And then within 45 minutes, we had 6 working phones, right? I mean, it's just an amazing, right? And that's all the team did that, right? The team did that. And while I was handling some other appointment, prior meeting, prior engagement, phone call with a client, and I loved seeing that initiative, can-do attitude, perseverance to overcome those obstacles. It was a blessing.
That's coming down to your culture, and then you being
Core
such
values.
a key, you being such an active member of your business, and so always keeping that personal touch, and you know what I mean. You created that team environment, and so you've set that expectation for your team members, because I don't expect, you know, my guys after so long don't come to me with questions that you should already know the answer to.
I got one for you. There's people who ask questions. There's people who answer questions, and then there's people that create the questions. Someone told me that this week, and I was like, wow, just ask, answer, and create. Those are the 3 types of questions you have in your business. And that really hit home to me, man, because that tells you what level you're at in your skill set at the bottom line. So the fact that your guys are answering questions and stepping up, that's huge. That goes right back to your core values, like we always talk about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I'm making a note of that. That's
what is that?
There's people that
don't let the ship fail. What is that?
Don't give up the ship.
Don't give up the ship. And that's exactly what happened with your team today. They're like,
it.
not today.
Not today.
Not today, AT&T.
Oh, it is.
Whoever
Spectrum,
it is.
man.
Spectrum.
If you got Spectrum out there, I feel bad for you. But,
man, they're hooking me up tomorrow, bro.
Anyways,
you might want to rethink that. You might want to can that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Keith.
So business win for me is my boy Big Country hit 12 months today.
Nice.
All right.
He made the cut. He went from B team to A team. He's leading jobs. He did a whole project by himself today. I just stopped by to glad hand and shake hands with the clients. And we're at the point where it's time to step up, right? The year mark means nothing to me except for I'm expecting more at this point. Initiative, drive, the whole deal. So, but that's huge. That's my first employee in my own business that I've had for a year. So that's a business win.
That is huge.
So personal win. We just closed on some land that I invested in last year. Used our boy Rick Johnson. Shout out to him, man.
Rick.
Love that guy. Like love that dude. And he did a great job. It was just like it was like it never went down until it was like, hey, come sign the papers.
Right.
It was that easy. You know what I mean? So, but that just the reason I'm sharing that is not the financial portion of it.
Hey, but that's important to talk about that.
No. It totally is. I'm not scared to talk about money. No one needs to know my business on the dollars.
No. But it's important to have those goals.
Is that exactly? Set those goals and put action to those goals, and then reevaluate those goals. So we bought the land. We had a goal for it. We reevaluated that goal at 12 months, and we were able to, make it a good investment that turned out great for us. So if you don't have goals that are aligned with your financial goals, you should definitely, have those in your life and in your business. So, but yeah, I'm more stoked about just the whole process of selling, buying, and all this crap to be over with, to be honest with you.
The deal, man. The deal, man. Right?
I hate every part of it.
The rush.
The rush of the deal,
rush.
Man.
It's the rush of you buying it, and then the unknown factor, and then the variable that comes with it. And then what you need foundation. That's buying and flipping houses. I'm telling you, it's a rush. It's a headache. It's
a lot to it, but the financial goals are there. There's so many different ways to build wealth. And if you guys are interested in it, you're watching, you have people, ask the people that are wealthier than you in knowledge, wealthier than you financially. Just ask them. If you don't ask, you don't get.
And most of them are doing multiple streams of revenue.
I would say anybody that I know that's successful that I look up to have multiple streams of revenue.
Yeah. You need passive income.
It has to get that
with all that
mailbox
being said,
money.
We're all juggling a lot. Right, it's like a lot.
Yeah, we got a new topic this month, quarter 4.
We love quarter 4.
Right, fourth quarter.
We're gonna smack quarter 4 right in the jaw and just run all up in them.
Right, this is money time.
This is money.
This
time,
is when you got to be in the clutch.
Time.
You can't be thinking about Santa Claus.
Yes, you can.
You can. You got to be thinking about your entertainment, but you got to keep that in the back of your mind. But don't, right? You can't let that take over. Right? You all looking forward to, some dry ass turkey at Mama's house at Thanksgiving. Oh. Sorry, Mom. Probably the second time that she's been on Facebook in 10 years. Tonight,
right now. What'd you say, Casey?
You say, I'm gonna show you dry.
All you're getting is green beans this year.
Yeah. I'm gonna feed the rest of the dog.
Watch out.
So the whole month that we're going to be talking about is your strengths and doing things better, and classifying important versus critical, non-critical, and this isn't just for the business owner or the high-level leader in the team. It's going to be about the employees too.
Correct.
We all have to prioritize our day. So you put together a little bit of a lot of notes here. So I'll go ahead and hand it to you, and if you want to kick it off, my man.
Well, quarter 4, we're talking about overall topic for the month of October. New month, new topic, right? We're talking about juggling. We're talking about, are you staying busy? Maybe you're too busy. And that really comes down to focus. We've been talking about focus throughout the year, right? But then what we're going to focus in on this broadcast is understanding your strengths, right? And then play to excel at your peak strengths. And how do you do that, right? What does any of that jargon even mean? And audience, we want you to throw your wins in the chat. We always welcome that. We love your feedback, your comments. And, the whole point of this is to have a real world application at your own self-improvement, right? So you're stretching yourself. So, I love definitions because I think it's important to help break things down, right? We're talking about juggling.
I also like definitions.
Right. So an attempt to handle or deal with 2 or more things, right? If the back of your license says may not chew gum, Rannigan, I'm just kidding. Right?
It's like, does it?
Right. If you got multiple obligations, which we all do, right?
Yeah.
We got our personal, professional, and our financial obligations, right? And we gotta
everybody has them.
We gotta juggle them at all times, right? We gotta juggle them at all times to satisfy these requirements, which are always in competition, right? So what you put your attention on is where, is what you're going to get back, and it's what you're going to excel at. So things that Jeff always reminds us of. This is what I love, what he always brings to, and I was thinking about lessons from Skinner, right? He is the master strategist, a master planner. If I ever play Risk again, I want Jeff on my team, right? If I ever, I'm in one of those scenarios, right? If I'm going to war, I want Jeff because he's going to start with the end in mind and he's going to plan it all the way backwards from like the starting point. So that being said, what's the end in your personal, professional, financial. But what is it you want to attain, and what do you want to provide along the way?
That'd be the what, right?
Yeah, that's the what.
Okay.
Right. And so now we're talking about playing to your strength, right? To do what you're able to do well. I think
I think that's a weak description because I don't like the word well. I like do what you're able to do.
Because I don't get strong.
Extreme
I'm not
prejudice.
well strong.
Yeah. Doc does some squats.
You know what I mean?
I like the definition, but I want to say, look,
you know what? You're right, because that's really kind of average.
It is
right?
average. Well,
right.
Well's a deep
Because
subject.
well, it also
yeah.
see his smart assery is something he does. He does.
Yeah.
He excels at. So right, you're right. It's an average. Well, you know, because it's a good or satisfactory, which is like, that's average.
Yeah,
C plus,
yeah,
B minus.
Like,
Hey, but
you
even
did that well.
Even a PhD can pass with a C, though.
That's right.
Can't spell JD without a D.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
just saying. I'm just saying.
Oh, watch out now. I want to jump back up to something you said a little bit earlier
Yeah, what's that?
about the juggling and you're too busy, or go back to the top of these notes, right?
Yeah.
So it reminded me of something that I say a lot is, are you busy getting by or are you busy getting ahead? Because if you're juggling, right,
Yeah.
and you're doing all this stuff and you're busy, are we busy to fill that? Are we busy filling time gaps so that people assume that I'm doing some shit? Because I used to be that guy. Like, real talk. 10 years ago, I was the guy that was just busy. Looking, what are you doing, Mike? I don't know. I'm doing something. Right?
Yeah, I'm moving.
To where it's fooling, right? It seems to be fooling everybody else, but really you're only fooling yourself.
Right.
Because when you go and you look at that financial, I'm like, dang,
That P&L don't show that.
I've been so busy.
Yeah.
I ain't make no dang old money.
Yeah.
Right?
You know, it's a difference between busy and productive.
Mm-hmm.
And busy doesn't pay the bills. Productive pays the bills and builds wealth, because when you're productive, you're actually thinking with the end in mind.
Right.
When you're busy, you're just kind of running in circles. And we've all been there. I've been there. Shit, the first year I was in business, I was busy.
Yeah.
You know, I was busy just trying to get by, trying to figure this stuff out.
Forming the system, creating a process,
Yeah.
figuring out,
Yeah.
you know, and so we get it, but we have to understand we need to be able to define our busyness.
So let's talk a little bit about our real world stories right here. Let's get real right now with our audience, because we'll still stick with your notes and kind of follow these, but we're all very busy dudes, right? And if anybody knows me, I don't care about, hey, I'm busy, I can't do it, right? Because if it's important to you, you make time for it, right?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So what are we dealing with right now that our audience can relate to, that,
Juggling, man.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a little bit about September, folks.
Yeah, because you got
talking
kicked in the
about
nuts in September.
Juggling, busy getting ahead. Then I was busy getting by. So on like the first, maybe second week, 10th day into September, boom, China shows up at our door.
Yeah, thanks, China.
You know what I mean? Thanks, China. They
Called
still
boom China.
the boom China.
Love it.
Yeah, I was like, boom, China's here. I was like, hey, come on in, Chinky.
What's up?
And whatever. Anyways, only country that can drop a virus and not get in trouble for it. But
right. Yeah.
Who am I? So bam, that happened.
Allegedly.
Alleged my ass. But anyways, again, keep me focused. Okay.
Yeah.
It's in your thing. Tells me to stay focused. And so that happens. And so I'm fortunate for me. I'm in the industry. I kind of already knew the steps to take. So I jumped ahead right on. Bam, we're fighting.
Mm-hmm.
And China had no idea I was ready. And so but that took some time, right? But my company still had to operate.
100%.
My wife's company still had to operate.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were there. We were doing it. Right. And still answering the phones, still screening calls, still sending out emails, and she's still in there grinding, and we're still dying, right? Just pounding, but we're doing what we have to do. At the same time, we're trying to get a loan approved. And folks, if you haven't been in done the loan process in like 10 years, because like we had in 10 years,
right?
And so we did not know what to expect during this process. And if anybody knows me, I am not an organized individual. And they're asking me from things like 3 years ago. And I'm like, bro, I think that's gone. And they're like, you can't be gone. I'm like, I'm almost sure it's gone. Like, they're like, you're not supposed to throw that kind of stuff away. I was like, taxes? I don't even like that guy. Like, they're gone.
3 years ago was a long time.
A long time.
A lot of
and
stuff
so
happens.
We're sick and dying and doing these companies and finding all these documents that we don't know why they need them in the first place. I said, look, here's my bank statement. if that states that we can afford the place, then we should be able to afford the place.
Yeah.
But no, not if it's other people's money.
No.
But yeah.
So
you got hit with the China. You were dealing with the purchase and the sale.
right. And then one of my employees gets sick. They can't come in. So I'm a man down. Right. So it's just a whirlwind of stuff. Have my team members down in Louisiana, right? They're getting their butt asses handed to them, right? Crew's not showing up, this and that happening, right? This, that. And then, of all things, Zelle tells me I've capped out on the amount of money I can spend and send people. I was like, holy crap. People are calling me, asking me to get paid. I'm like, I don't know. You got Cash App, Venmo, any other thing, Apple Pay, Google Pay. And, so it's just this whirlwind of stuff of having to be able to adapt, overcome, take a step back and evaluate what's going on and not make. I used to be the guy that made irrational decisions. I was very reactionary, right? So here's the problem. Boom, I'm taking care of it. Whereas I saw the problem, I should have taken a moment and then evaluated and then took action.
Right,
a self-assessment almost.
Yeah. So I found that that's happening. I don't know how it's happening, folks, but it's happening. I'm slowing down a little bit in life.
I think it starts to happen, and it's something that you grow with, you mature with, you know what I mean? And being that you're an OG in the business owner world, I think you're now at the point, and this is my observation from knowing you so long, is that you're starting to see the power of delegation. You're starting to see the power of productivity when you allow other things and other people to kind of follow your systems and processes and a foundation of your core values. You're only going to get better from here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you went through a lot in September, because every time I talked to you, you were like
a lot. And then and then at the same time, an old haunt shows up, an old ghost from the boneyard closet shows up out of nowhere. And I'm like, holy crap.
That was a big ghost too.
I was like, whoa, where'd that guy come from?
Yeah.
And then now the loan people are like, hey, where'd that guy come from? I was like, I don't know. I thought he was
didn't even
dead.
think about that. Right in the middle of
right in the middle,
like just
right in the middle of China,
right in the about 10 days before funding, bro.
Yeah. And I'll tell you right now, in that process, people say, don't even pull credit.
Right.
Oh, you want a new couch? Don't even buy it.
Yeah.
Right.
Because small things like that can kill your loan.
Yeah. And
that's impressive that you went through all that, man.
And there was one more thing that happened. I don't remember. There was just so much. But at the end of the day, we ended up funding. Everything turned out great.
Yeah.
We moved and extremely excited. So, but yes, juggling all of that and within a 30-day time frame lets me know that my marriage is strong.
Yeah.
That my family is doing well, that we can get through whatever it is, no matter how hard the force of average or the devil's outside doing push-ups or the universe punch in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so whenever we began to implement that at our family and into our businesses and into the production, I mean, it didn't matter what the universe threw at us.
Well, and
it didn't freaking matter.
Let me ask you this: if you had to name one strength, just one, what do you think that strength was that got you guys through that?
Optimism.
Okay, love it. I like it, because that's a mental shift.
I got another strength that and this is, we're talking about doing an assessment, right? So Mike's identified several things in this conversation, and this is critical, right? Like I'm not organized, right? He knows where he's weak, right? So he shores up his life with people who are like Rochelle, like his teammates here, right? Like Withrow, right? And that helps you stay on track. You now, instead of attacking every problem as they come up, reactionary, you analyze, then attack, right? So you've identified a weakness. You've now started to take corrective actions, and that lead by example is going to permeate down to your teammates, right? And then your optimism, right? And I'm going to throw one more in there, perseverance, right? I mean, perseverance, the fact that you, right? I mean, like you got all that force of average coming at you in 1 month, and you got COVID-19 Delta variant.
Yeah, it was variant.
Right. And, so you got the ivermectin in the arm.
Call it the flu.
Because the CDC is running out of the regular stuff. So we're getting the farm stuff or whatever you're getting.
It was free. Just to let y'all know.
But here's
the point is, though, that would have done a lot of other.
A lot of people would have quit. A lot of people would have thrown their hat in the ring. I mean, me and Rochelle talked. We finally even said, you know what? If it happens, it happens. We don't even care. We started unpacking boxes.
Yeah.
Right? Because you get defeated. You get just so exhausted. Right?
Yeah.
And you look and go, what is the point of all this? What am I
Right.
trying to do? Who am I trying to prove this shit to?
No
Right.
one but yourself.
Right. You know, but what am I to put myself in the, under all of this duress?
Yeah.
For what? But when we moved in and we closed and we got to see it and we got to expand, and I'm telling you what, right now, I still don't believe I'm living where I'm living. Like real talk.
Here's one thing I'm going to point out to you. Maybe you've thought of it, maybe you haven't, but your humans, your children, your youth are going to see that perseverance. Where do you think they're going to lean back on when they go through that?
Oh man, my kids
You know
are
what I'm
gonna
saying?
crush it. They're gonna be freaking.
That's what I'm
beasts.
saying.
I'm so
So
excited for them.
you guys out there with little kiddos, little humans, like I like to call them, don't forget they're always watching, right? Always watching. And the same applies for your team members, the people that work for you, and even the people outside of your circle are always watching.
Right.
Always. You got to be self-aware of that kind of thing, right? It's kind of in the next segment here, but you got to be aware of always what's going on around you. They're going to lean on that. They're going to see that strength. And you know what? One day Jake's going to go through something and he's going to be like, I got this.
Yeah.
My mom and dad did it. I got this.
Easy day. And I say a lot of easy day, right? Anytime I'm facing adversity, when I'm in the gym and I'm going to another level of weight, the first thing that I start telling myself is easy day.
Yeah.
Easy day.
Mindset.
Right. And you just change it because I could be like, damn, this is heavy. Damn, I don't want to get up at 5:30. Damn, you know what I mean? Whatever it is. But if the way I'm figuring it out is I just wake up and say, well, I'm a firm believer of speaking it into existence.
Oh, dude, we do that every week for the
Right,
last 2 weeks.
And I'm just
2 years
like,
here. Yeah.
Easy days. Right. And so as long as I keep that on the forefront, that at the end of the day, it's got to be freaking easy.
That's what kept me going on that 5K last weekend, right?
Easy, easy run.
Ran that. Oh, well, yeah. And it's
fun run.
That's
Right, that was huge, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
So
a
it did.
big win.
I don't know too many 80-year-olds that can hit a 5K.
I know. No cane. No.
So, boom.
Boom.
Yeah. Well, for the over 79 class, I came in 58. So.
Straight to Denny's afterwards.
Perfect.
Okay, let's get real here. You, my friend, are like the Tasmanian devil, and we all know it, and we all got your back. How are you juggling everything? Seriously, because I see the look on your face right now. Like you don't know how you're keeping it together, but you are. So, what are you doing? What strengths are you using?
One, gratitude and keeping my eyes on my goals. I write my goals down twice a day, not every day. That's how I'm doing a lot of it, right? Staying laser focused. Also, unpacking things from I don't have to do everything, right? Getting to a point where you're trusting to delegate.
Oh, that's so tough.
Right. And that's really hard.
It's tough.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to be able to trust your team and delegate. And, the other one is you've also got to believe. I think this is the biggest one for me.
I love that.
I write this word down at least 4 times a day. Believe. Right. It's on my dashboard in my vehicle. It's pinned up in where I lay my head down at night. It's the first word I see when I wake up. And it's the first thing I write down when I write down my goals. And it's the last thing I write down when I write down my goals at night. Because I'm not talking about just belief like a wish. Like, man, I sure wish, blah, blah, blah. I'm talking about belief that will overcome any other conviction, right? That you can believe in yourself to push to the next level. You have another gear. We all do. We need to find it, right? And you can't find it without testing yourself, right? Riding 11,000 miles to the end of the world, blah, 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 break your back. You got to believe you can come back from that. You got to keep pushing, right? And that's the other, how do you keep it all together? You got to believe in yourself. And what's going to do that? By doing little things well, delegating, right? Getting things off, that's going to be, we're skip ahead, right? If you're self-aware, we've talked about this in the past, right? What's the 20% of what you do that you're the best at? You're the best at in your business, right? And then there's an 80% that you're good, or maybe even you're above average, or you excel, or maybe you're great at it. But you got Big Country on your team who can handle that 80%. So you can focus on.
We're getting them there.
Right. You know what I'm saying, though? But that's a lot of it.
You make a good point when on that 80-20. But sometimes when we start to delegate, right, we have to look at that person that we're delegating. What are they 20% great at?
Do they have it? Do they need it?
Yeah. And do
they have a capacity for it?
Right. Do they have it? Do they want it? Do they have the capacity? And so we have to find the greatest out of 20% of all of our employees.
Right.
Because then you want to 80-20 them.
That's right.
To grow.
That's right.
100%.
That is correct.
Yes, I love that.
So I don't want to delegate too much of my 80%. That, you know what I mean? And that's where it becomes to that team, right? That comes down to that. Like, I delegate. I need 20% of a badass CPA.
Damn, that 80-20 to your employees is.
You see what I'm saying?
Home to me, yeah.
Right. I want a 20%er as a CPA that tells me I ain't got to pay taxes, because that's why I like fourth quarter. We don't have fourth quarter, folks. We're gonna work on the fourth quarter. Hey, but the CPA says, hey man, you better spend your money. You're gonna have to give it to Uncle Sam, because when you win it so damn much, that's what happens.
Yeah.
When you got the doggone dude up in the White House telling us, hey, if you spend $600 on Venmo, we're going to tax you. Like, I need an expert in the CPA that knows the law, that knows the IRS code inside and out. Right.
And that's your boy Richard Brozowitz, by the way.
That's right.
Yeah.
And he's telling us.
Yeah.
Right. This is what you can, what you can't buy. So if you're in the fourth quarter and you're wondering, how am I going to crush it? Right. Do you want to give your money to the right people? Are you investing correctly? Are you whatever they have out there, SEPs and IRAs and financial funds and health savings, all of these different things that we can utilize as business owners to be able to maximize our fourth quarter.
And here's the long story short about that is, if you haven't done it thus far, don't worry, it's not too late to start, first and foremost, because I'm sure like in year 2, I was like, it's too late. No, it's not. Go find somebody, go talk to somebody and get that information. Here's a takeaway that I'm after listening to you guys, the thing I'm taking away is everything that you guys are doing to juggle, there's nothing tangible there, right? That's what's hitting home to me right now.
Yeah, there's not like a juggle pill.
It's like optimism, it's perseverance, it's delegation. None of these things, consistency, belief,
FYE.
None of this stuff is a tangible thing that you're going to get. That's why it's so important, and why we've been just beating the dead horse about your core values and the consistency within your routine. Because listen, the bottom line is, you have a routine, you have one, I have one. They're all different, but you know what? Consistently on a day-to-day basis, we all pretty much start our day exactly the same, right? Because we found out that works to get our mindset right. That works to get our body flowing. That way, when we hit the ground running, we're able to identify the 80-20 during the day. And man, I tell you, I love, because I've been looking at 80-20 as just me. But bro, it just hit me like a ton of bricks. 80-20, my guys, that's how we build. That's how we grow.
That's your skill.
That shit just hit me like a ton of bricks.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
God dang. I'm just like shocked that I didn't think about that until now. But
because you have to, because you can't delegate to the wrong knucklehead. It boils down to right seat, right bus. How many seats are on the bus?
I totally get that. But what it hit me with was,
you got to know the gaps are.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and I'm figuring that out with my team now. Is like, okay, he's good at this and over here, but he's great at this. And that's what we've been working on the last couple of weeks is, okay, I'm going to take this off your plate. And I'm going to give it to him. Right. And it happened today. Showed up on deck. Yo, Parker did blah, 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 blah. And I was like, damn, initiative, go get her, ready to go. I learned today that Parker's brain works different than I thought it did.
That's right. So now you understand his 20% of greatness.
100%, dude.
And you're like, cool, this is all you're going to do, Parker.
Yeah.
This is all you're going to do. Right?
Yeah.
And then you get that one guy that you're looking for, that sales rep, the closer, because that's your missing part. And then you rinse and repeat.
Right here, right now. But yeah, I got to get me one.
I duplicate you, Pete.
Yeah.
Build relationships.
Man, I love that. You know, nothing's tangible when it comes down to juggling all of this stuff. There's no secret pill. There
really isn't.
There's no easy button like the commercials.
Yes, there is.
What is it?
Consistency.
Okay, well, I like that.
You just wake up.
Well, that's true, because
that's it.
Because the being consistent, right?
That's the easy button.
That's the easy button.
Well, because it builds it, right? What does it build? Competence and confidence,
muscle memory,
right? Right.
Why do they say consistency breeds credibility?
Right. So it's not as hard as everybody wants to make it out to be.
That I agree with.
You
That
know,
I
you
agree
just
with.
you
Year
wa-
1 and 2, I was working way too hard on stuff that was like, this ain't that hard. Don't overthink it.
all right. And then I also believe in not allowing other people to dictate my emotion.
Yeah, you say that often. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
That's a huge one, right?
when you're juggling and something and one of your freaking deals fall and you got everybody looking at you and you're wondering how you're going to pick it back up with nobody really noticing.
Yeah.
Right. You're at that opportunity to
Well,
get.
does that one plate knock the rest of them down?
You know, do I get angry? Do I yell? How do I react now?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So again, it boiled back down to hold on, don't become reactionary, reevaluate, reassess, and then let's pick it up or just admit it. Yeah, man, sorry, bad day, juggle, fell. You're right. Whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Right. You just freaking stay consistent.
I can't tell you how many times I've been like, or like this,
angry, right.
and I go, okay, hold on before I say.
Yeah, who hasn't had that?
I'm about to ruin this relationship.
Yeah, based on your emotion.
Or I'm about to burn this bridge that I never even thought I would catch on fire, because I like that fact to take a moment, your halt thing, right?
Yeah,
Hungry,
to halt.
like halt real quick and step back. And I tell my guys that too. I tell you guys that. Hey, pump the brakes. I told you that when we started this room, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now look where we're
Do you think
there.
anybody in this room has a hot head?
Nah, me, I'm smooth.
always calm, cool,
I'm
collected.
smooth.
Bullshit.
Anytime.
Bullshit.
I mean,
Oh, sorry, my allergies is acting. Sorry, Keith. Sorry, Keith.
I'm super calm.
I had a moment today though.
But that happens to all of us.
I had a moment today where I called to get an equipment update. Hey, where's this order? And it was placed a month ago. It's for an outdoor shade, right? So they tell me, oh, it's gonna be. They give me some bullshit, blah blah blah, whatever. I just
Sorry,
told my
Keith.
rep, I don't even give a shit about your bullshit, Keith. Gotcha.
Do we got a Keith button?
But I was, I gave it to my rep, man. And at the end of the day, I told him, hey, this ain't personal. I like you. You're cool. But at the bottom line, F your excuses. I don't care about them, right?
Yeah.
I got people paying me to do a job, and you need to come
Yeah, that's
correct
so
me.
painful.
But I had to take a step back before I made the next call to the next client to ensure myself that I was woosah for him.
Yeah.
Because you will, not without even knowing you're doing it, you'll take that last phone call right into the next one. And then that one into the next one, into the next
Yeah,
one.
you got to clear the trash
You gotta
off your
woosah, man.
You
Got
definitely have
Gotta
to
clear that
woosah. And
trash.
If you guys don't know what the woosah is, you got to just rub your earlobe.
That's it. The woosah.
What is that? Bad Boys?
It is
I
Bad
think
Boys.
it's Bad Boys,
Yeah.
but man, y'all need to check that out. It's an oldie but a goodie. Isn't that suck that Bad Boys is now considered an oldie?
Yeah, I've never even heard of that movie.
Oh my gosh, get out of here.
That's
Will
because
Smith.
it wasn't black and white.
Was it in black and white?
It wasn't a tube channel. Like, it's cool. You
know,
should
this
see
is-
it.
President's on.
It is kind of crazy when you think about some of the movies that, like, think Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That's
I
still a
know.
classic.
Yeah.
Turn that on, and your kids are like, what
I
is this
saw
dude
that at the
watching?
drive-in.
Weekend at Bernie's.
I'm just saying.
I mean, come on.
Okay, so now we're getting to the point where 20 years is old school. My son said something to me the other day, and I was like, I was like 1994. He's like, dang, that's old school.
This old-
Hold up, man.
You're wearing a Nirvana shirt right
Yeah.
now. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm like, old school is like World War II, bro. Like,
Yeah.
not 95.
Yeah. Like, I know, man. Talk about them Vietnam fools. Like,
Yeah, man.
No, I'm not getting old.
Man, I tell you, the one thing
Now
that
we're in
keeps-
our prime.
keeps me on this whole like juggling thing is it goes back to my planning. Like you said, I'm a planner. It's just it's in my DNA. So when I start getting overwhelmed, I kind of go back to my plan. Like, what was my plan for the day? And y'all know me. I got the yellow notepad. It transitions every single day. I'm a writer, even though I'm an AV guy. I'm a writer. I like to write it down because I feel like when I write it down, it sticks.
Well,
You know what I mean?
there is a study that shows that pen to paper retention is better.
Yeah, and it's just worked for me, man.
Well, yeah, when you think about the way that children used to be educated, right? Read, write, recite.
I thought it was arithmetic.
Speaking of writing down,
That
are
too.
you still keeping track of your 30-minute days?
Yes.
How's that going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard.
It is.
You know, but these are
Are
the
you
things.
doing it consistently though?
Not as
Okay,
consistently
alright.
as I need
That's
to
why
be.
it's hard.
Yeah, that's why it's hard.
We go right back to consistency. I
Right.
promise you do that for 2 weeks straight, it becomes habit.
Listen, Casey, I haven't even done it.
Yeah.
And I'm the one who suggested Jeff do it. And he
Yeah.
did it. And he's like, look at that shit. Man, it's freaking awesome. And he's like, I was like, dang, I should really do that.
I'm telling you,
It,
though,
it
man,
does
it's
help
so
you. It
critical,
helps you
dude.
drill in where you're losing time,
Yeah.
right? And you were talking about, refocusing and what do you do about, your own gaps when you're doing self-assessments and, or how do you handle the juggle? Get a mentor, right? That mentor can be a coach.
Well, what's that mentor going to do for you?
Well, but wait, ask your alliance for feedback, right? Hey, Jeff, I got a problem. Hey, Mike, I got an employee. Hey, Mike Bassett, I'm in the ditch today, or I got an employee in the ditch, or I got a client in the ditch. How do I help them, right? So that a gap can be, a mentor. You can strengthen gaps with mentorship, right? With guidance from others. It can be a book. It can be somebody in your alliance. It can be this alliance, right? That's the whole point of this. It can be a program, right? We're all part of a mentoring program. So that way we're learning how to test ourselves, learning how to push ourselves, right? It can be an individual. Jeff has a couple of individual mentors that he, gets guidance from and checks in with. I do too, right? And there are people who are a few chapters ahead of you in business, or sometimes they're way ahead of you.
Dude,
right?
They're game changers, man. Like literally game changers, because when you're trying to figure it out yourself, you're only going to get so far. No matter how hard you work, how efficient you think you are, you need to be the guy that's not the smartest in the room. You have to be. And until you recognize that, you're going to be maybe doing good, maybe doing okay, but you're never going to be great until you get that mentorship. I promise you.
Well, no, you're going to be stuck in the busy getting by mode.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's exactly what we kind of started with, right? I
You
was
need to be able
extremely
to transition from busy getting by to busy getting ahead. The only way we transition is by implementing a team. Yeah, like I said, I have a business coach.
Yeah,
I got a spiritual coach. Got I talked to enough people at the gym to where I can ask for guidance at the gym, and then you know what I mean, and then I got my rock, right? I'm open, honest, and we just share everything, me and Rochelle. So that's how we keep our family strong.
Yeah,
is being able to have these resources and using the damn resource.
Man, it's a beautiful thing when you and your wife kind of evolve over the years, and finally you hit that moment where it's like, aha.
Yep.
I think my wife and I are hitting that phase in the last few years where, hey, we're shooting towards the same planet now, right? And dude, you're unstoppable at that point, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the same goes with your team. That's the same that goes with your mentorship program. Because I'll tell you one thing, man. Year 1 to 2, did it all myself. Year 3, did it all myself. You know what? Year 4, took some advice, got a mentorship program, invested in myself, started spending the money to make me smarter as a businessman. My business is booming, right? My relationships are booming. The things that we're doing in the community, you and yourself and all the, I mean, look at where we were a year ago. We said this a couple of weeks ago. Then in the audience, when you watch this, where were you a year ago? Are you doing the damn work so you can be looking back in a year from now saying, look what I did in a year? Because you can dominate the world if you want to.
Yeah, the elephant will get eaten.
100%, even if it's one bite at a time, man.
That's it.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, we double fisting elephants.
My man, Rick Johnson. What's up, big dog?
So, I mean, like I said, folks, I mean, Q4 is my favorite time. Not only do we get Halloween in Q4, but you do get some holidays, you get some downtime.
Yeah. It's needed, man.
You know what I mean?
This guy doesn't believe in anything.
You get to reevaluate.
Fun, so.
Yeah, he does.
Don't be worried about Santa.
I know. Straight up. Like, I have never had such a hater on my dude, Claus.
Yeah.
I'm like, this guy brings presents, fool.
Yeah.
You're like, shh. You just put that guy back in the closet. Send his ass back up north.
I love it.
Like, you know what? He never did nothing to you.
Maybe he did.
Or maybe.
He got cold. Maybe that's why.
Maybe.
Why don't you like Santa?
Is there?
I love Santa.
Let's just take a moment.
Let's talk about the real things in the room right now. Why don't you like Santa?
I love Santa.
Do you?
I did get cold a couple times.
Did you? There's
Imagine
some resentment.
I earned it.
A little animosity going on.
No. I just don't want that. You don't want to lose, right? People look forward to Halloween. Yeah, favorite time of year for little kids and for big adults,
though, right?
It is.
But here's the thing:
just don't take your foot off the gas.
And we were talking about this before we started the live tonight. There's growth, and then there's painful growth.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And those are things like growing too fast without systems and processes, or adding too many team members that you really don't need. So you're trying to fill gaps that aren't really there. You know what I mean? So let's have Christmas this year. Yeah, it'll be okay, man.
Let's do a PBA Christmas. We are. It's called the whiteboard party.
Yeah, we're doing that.
We're doing it.
Yeah, we're doing it.
December whiteboard party, crushing Q4, celebrating our wins with our friends, our business owner, patriots, freaking just going to be Americanist party.
Jared says Santa is better than Halloween. That's because you're a big sissy, big country.
Oh,
this dude hates Halloween.
Don't
man.
come by my house.
Why do you hate Halloween,
Don't
Jared?
you come by my house, Jared.
Country.
Like, I'm fans of Michael Myers, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like, I am.
We were in our house this
that.
week, and the back corner of the house, they have like this little drapery thing or whatever, and then they have one of those little freaking projectors just spinning ghosts, and I hear them come out of the back. Stupid Halloween ghosts. Like, what are you talking about? I look
Jared must have got spooked when he was little.
Yeah,
man.
he's a big dude, but he's a big old sissy.
He had a bad experience with Freddy Krueger.
Like, I'm going to a haunted house. I'm dragging my kids with me. We love it. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Jen loves it.
Oh,
she's a big
national holiday.
Halloween Christmas trees, bro. Like up in June.
I'm loving it.
Yeah.
They never came down.
Yeah, that's true. One year they didn't come down. I think it was the COVID year. But thanks, China.
Nobody's coming in or out.
Yeah,
yeah, no kidding.
We're just gonna keep Santa up
But
all year.
Jokes aside, on a serious note, look, don't let off the gas in fourth quarter. We talked about this last year, and we had half a dozen to a dozen millionaires. We have 50 new employees. We have people that added employees. We have people that did the best year ever. Don't let off the gas because the other people are not.
Yeah.
So I'm not. If anything, I'm doubling down now.
And
I'm doubling down in Q4. So Q1 and Q2, we're smooth.
Yeah, looks right. Looks right.
So we take our moment, and so Q4 is just to get, like, I look at Q4 as just October.
Yeah,
like, that's all I get. I need to do my P&Ls. I need to get ready for tax season. I need to see what I need to do to get on track with everything. And then come November, I'm already in January's mindset.
Damn right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm already pulling in with the plan and taking action on things. I'm already setting what my marketing portfolio is going to look like for 2022. What trade shows that I'm going to be going to.
Strategy.
What am I going to do with this other company? You know what I mean? Just all these different things. And that's where Rochelle and I sit down and we create a vision board.
You've been talking about that for years.
We do it every year. Every single year we create. And I think that's what I want to do at this whiteboard party is everybody's going to be able to create their own doggone vision board. You know what I mean?
I love that.
And because once, again, from brain to pen to paper, right? It's retained. You put it up on your wall. I mean, even my son is creating vision boards. Brooklyn wants one, and I can't wait to see hers. I guarantee it's gonna be huge because she hears all of this stuff from me and
speak it to existence.
Talk about, and she's so receptive at the age of 5. Like that is
she's a little firecracker.
They're sponges.
Yeah,
they learn. They receptive. Boom. That's why. That's why they say that you can teach a child 4 or 5 different languages by the age of 10, and they'll be proficient in it.
Do that with a 40-year-old man, though.
No.
Won't happen.
See, watch. ¿Qué pasó? He doesn't know what I'm saying, folks. Deer in the headlights.
You see that? The eyes? You see the eyes?
Gracias. It was tennis?
Watch out. I was just kidding, Casey. I know he knows like Mandarin and everything.
You know, I love that, man. So the whiteboard party is going to be the goal of that. So everybody leave with a vision board.
That's right.
That's it. I love that.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be spectacular. I don't even know where we're going to have it, but it's going to be.
Hey, look, just crazy. Like that, right? We're talking about focus. We're talking about focus through end of Q4, right? If you think about how short Thanksgiving, right? With kids out of school.
He's about to tell us we got like 6 hours left in the year.
Yeah, you got.
Is that what's going down? I was like,
that's why he's pulling his calculator out right now.
You got 21 days in November, and you have
31. I thought.
No,
work days.
No, actually, no. You don't even have 21.
He's talking work days. He's talking probably 14 in November, and I would say probably 14.
You have 17 production days in November. And because that whole week, kids are out of school, you're going to be thinking about Dallas Cowboys football.
Hell no, we're grinding.
And
talking about
dry turkey.
Listen, I'm working. I'll be honest with you.
I eat turkey on turkey day.
I'll work on Thanksgiving. You know what?
Then you guys are saying I hate Santa.
Listen, I don't.
You didn't hear us say we're working on Christmas because we love Santa.
I love Santa.
No, you don't.
I'm going to tell you an interesting Thanksgiving story. So some people may or may not know. I'm going to tell you a Thanksgiving Day story, okay? Some people may or may not know I run a USA mobile drug test. And at one point in time, I had an NFL contract. And
I remember those days.
Thanksgiving Day, I had to go to the football game and perform substance of abuse and performance enhancing drug screening on these athletes, right? Because I could have told them, no, it's Thanksgiving. I want to spend time with my family.
Yeah.
Right. But no, I wanted to go to the damn Cowboys game. Okay. On Thanksgiving Day, I was freaking in zone.
Smooth.
And then on top of that, the Cowboys won. Got to go into the locker room. What's his nuts? The redheaded dude, Garrett. Right? Is that was our coach?
Yeah.
Y'all can't see me. He's like always clapping.
Yeah.
What a joke. And anyways, he's in there giving the speech. Jerry Jones comes in, and you're just surrounded by this energy of the Dallas Cowboys,
Greatness.
the Thanksgiving game, and it's just something that's always going to be held in my Brainhausen group, because the reward of working and staying consistent, no matter what day it is, if the damn day ends in Y and it's got a money to the behind it, I'm probably going to go hang out with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get that deal.
Like get that deal, get the clothes, right? Because
Always
I will sacrifice today so that I cannot have to sacrifice when I'm KC's age.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want this. I don't want to do
It gets way harder at that age.
Way harder. You know, and I don't think you're that old.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to
Apparently,
stop.
I need to get the Just for Men
We're gonna
fired
have
back
to-
up.
Jeff,
Something.
I'll be honest with you. We're probably gonna have to stop doing that because it's gonna start getting into a
I know it's gonna hurt my
It's gonna get
feelers.
to a subconscious, and he's next thing I know he's gonna be
No.
wearing New Balance.
Sensible shoes.
Oh, shit.
The old man
Jeff
sensible
got
shoes.
this New Balance. I ain't doing it.
Yo,
Right.
check this out. So I got some crazy high arches, and every shoe I pick, like I wish I could go back.
Yeah,
to,
yeah,
hold
yeah,
on.
hey, save
me
it.
out, hear me
Save
out.
it.
I wish I could go back to 1995 and pick those Adidas that I just love to death, but I can't find shoes that they kill my feet. So my beautiful wife says, "Hey, you should get some New Balance," and I'm like, "Say what?"
Folks, he turned 40 this year.
Check it out. Bam,
Boom.
New Balance.
Sensible shoes by
I'll tell
New
you
Balance.
So yeah, I'm an old man. I'm 40, but there you go.
Well, it is at the top of the hour.
Top of the hour.
I think we've already gotten rid of our save rounds.
Well, I got one takeaway for, like real world application, right? How do you apply this? I would do it with some drills, right? The easiest way to do it is a core value drill for you and your team. I love the core value drill. We talked about that on a show last year, right? And I implemented it. I went from here next day, team, what are your core values?
I send my core values in my team weekly.
Yeah. What are your
Yeah.
core values? Everybody wrote theirs down, right? Then you look at, and it was so amazing because their core values were the company's core value, but not identical,
Right.
but a lot in alignment, right? Do that core value drill for you and your team, right? Do an employee review, right? Hey, look, it can be this simple, right? What do the Yankees do? It's
They
red
lost
light.
last night.
It's red light, yellow light, green light. It's that simple,
So
right?
let me ask you this, because I wanted to ask you, doing the core value drill, let's just focus on that one. How does that help juggle?
Right. Well, one, when you
Right.
hit these tripwires, which
Yeah.
you're going to hit, right? Pull those out. What's going, like this employee's in the ditch. Pull
Does
out
it align with
pull
my
out those core values. This is what you said your core values were. Bing, boom, bang, and boom. Does that align with that?
Yeah.
This is the company's core values, right? This is something that Thomas Keenan was talking about
Oh, that
when
book's
we were
great.
here. When
Yeah.
we were here at the
$1 million hustle.
at the $1 Million Hustle, and I was thinking to myself, this is a brilliant way to energize your team when you just drove into the ditch. Bam, right? The truck's in the ditch. How did it get there? What do you got to do to get it out? And what do you got to do to prevent it from going there again? Hey, look, these are yours. These are ours. This is
Yeah.
where we're aligned. This is what we expect to happen. This is what happened. How do we make sure this doesn't happen
I had my
again?
guys last week, if not last week, the week before, write down what I'm good at, what I'm great at, and what I don't like to do, and one goal.
Yep.
And I had them write that and send it to me, and now we refer back.
Sounds
to
like self-assessment for your team. I mean,
Absolutely.
it's exactly what we've been talking about, implementing this through drills, right? And then last but not least, because I know y'all hate the New England Patriots. Hate,
Nah,
right? Like
They're
I
lo-
hate Santa Claus.
They're losing every game. There's no need to hate.
we're good now.
I don't like Tampa Bay. I don't like Tampa
No,
Bay.
you don't like Tampa. But one thing I read about Parcells, the coach of the Patriots, love him or hate him, he makes himself go through a self-assessment to earn his job back every year as head coach of the Patriots.
You
And
should
I
be
think
doing that
that's-
every day for yourself.
you really should be.
Yeah.
Like, are you ready to serve? Are you ready to help people?
Yeah.
Right. That's a daily self-reflection, but certainly doing that. And, there's big end of workplace, end of the NFL season. That's a perfect time to do that. We don't really have that. Ours is, it's not seasonal. We don't get 4 months off and then start spring training camp.
We win all the time, unlike the Patriots.
Yeah. At the end of the day,
that's a
though,
great.
If you're juggling, go back to your core values. If those core values aren't aligning with everything you do in your business and in your personal life, find yourself somebody you can talk to that, like us, we're not perfect by any means, but we align ourselves with people that can help us out. So all of this knowledge, hey, we're not just running our sucks up here. We're implementing this stuff, except for docking his 30-minute timesheet, but we'll get him there one of these days.
I think about it, though.
That's all right. We'll get you there. It's a mission. And then we will see you guys next week.
Next week.
Next
Any other
Wednesday,
thing?
we got $10,000 Thursday coming up. We got the Navy birthday on Friday. Y'all go out there and celebrate a shipmate.
Yep. That's it. And we'll be putting out some information this coming week on the whiteboard party that we'll be doing in December, probably early to mid-December, so we can.
It will definitely be December 17th or earlier.
Yeah, because we don't want to mess with Santa and all that, because we love
Absolutely
Santa.
not.
Unlike this guy right
Unlike
here.
this Santa hating.
With that being said, we're
Don't
gonna
trip.
get out of here. Y'all have a
My
good
kids
one.
are gonna get Santa.
If you like this show, share it. We got a YouTube. We got our podcast is on iTunes, on Spotify.
Anywhere you get your podcast.
Go ahead and look at that. We're starting to fill that up with all the content from the last, 8, 10, 12, 15 years, whatever. So anyways, y'all be good. If you ain't good at it, what is it?
What? If you can't be good at
There
it.
he is.